Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's J Caliber here with another TF2 video, and today we are talking about TF2 YouTubers returning. So in December 2018 I made a video or two mentioning TF2 YouTubers that had vanished, and a follow-up video a month later with another 5. So without further ado, I thought I'd make a video detailing TF2 YouTubers that have returned or are making some sort of comeback in their own way. Number 1. Lazy Purple, probably one of the most high profile ones on this list is Lazy Purple. Now, a year ago I mentioned Lazy Purple had vanished abruptly, and at the time he had 1 or 2 videos, but nothing all that consistent, as he was making videos that weren't TF2 related. But over 2019, Lazy Purple has made 6 TF2 related videos, which, considering the sheer amount of hard work it must take to make a Lazy Purple video, plus balancing a real life, that's a pretty decent return. Number 2, Red Robot. Red Robot was actually on my list last time. I think most of the ones that I'm about to mention now are on the list of the ones that vanished last year. Again, like I say, he vanished. Now yes, 5 videos in 2019, no uploads other than these 5 in 2 years. However, it's still a return. You know, TF2 content is a little bit stale nowadays, so you see any old TF2 YouTubers making an effort to make a video is still a step in the right direction, and appreciating these people for making the videos, especially the way their channels are, the high quality editing, the high quality animation, the high quality audio. It's a miracle they're still making videos to this day. Anyway, number 3, this is a funny one, Array7. Now Array7 never really left, but in terms of content, he only made 3 videos in 2018, but then made 8 in 2019, which, you know, is an improvement. All of which were TF2 videos. He does live stream still, which you see him talking about on his Twitter, and he's still very active in the community, which is the most important part. You know, he's still playing TF2, he's still active in the community. It's still a return, he's still present. It's just, you know, it's one of those channels. If you watch one of my previous videos about TF2 content, I mentioned there's specialist channels, and his specialist topic, if you like, is the medic. So there's only so much you can really cover on it, the same way that Uncle Dane can only cover so much on the engineer. Number 4, Madbox. Just like Array7, Madbox didn't completely fold in the channel, but he did take a step back from the TF2 content. But over the last year, he has made 6 TF2 videos for his channel, which is good to see. Madbox is one of the top tier TF2 channels there is, easily one of the top 5, and is one of the only TF2 related channels that's verified on YouTube at all, which is interesting. But yeah, he's made a return, not as big of a return as Array7 just, but his videos are very high quality. Definitely would recommend checking them out. Number 5, now this is a tricky one, King Raja. King Raja was actually one of the main focus points on why I made the TF2 YouTubers that vanished. Him and a YouTuber called Moisey89. It's a weird one. He left his channel 3 years ago. He's been actively running a podcast, however, called RNG Podcast, which, to be honest with you, he never really advertised it on his TF2 YouTube channel. I don't even think he mentioned it in his What Happened to Me video that he made 2 years ago. But on this podcast, he talks about current world matters, but has touched on the topic of TF2 in a few of them, and has even had Scott Jaw on the podcast last week. Scott Jaw being one of the TF2 YouTubers that left and kind of caused a bit of abrupt controversy on Twitter with how much he dislikes the game and how much he hates the developers and how it's a dead game and all that. Which isn't very good when that's your favourite TF2 YouTuber, if he was your TF2 YouTuber favourite, whatever. It's definitely worth a listen. Based on the Offshot episode he's made called The Return of King Raja on Raj Radio, he talks about making this big return and how, not for TF2, but in general, just coming back to grips with things, and how real world issues and mental health has been holding him back for quite a while now. He mentioned that he has an interest in bringing back the King Raja character, you know, of the full-blown accent, which, if you ask me, I'd say just be better off just coming back in general. I don't think you'd have to do the full character, but suit yourself. But he would like to bring back the character, but for Twitch. But this could possibly result in some sort of return to the YouTube channel. Don't know, you'd have to see, you'd have to see. But that does it. 5 TF2 YouTubers that sort of vanished and have sort of blipped back into things over the last year. And hopefully over the course of 2020, we'll create more amazing quality content. So what should you take away from this? Well, obviously, these channels aren't back in full swing, making weekly or even monthly TF2 content, but they are trying. And what I think we should be doing as a community is supporting these channels, to motivate them to make more content. That does it for this week's TF2 video, guys. This week's shout out goes to James Games for subscribing, Ivan J. Caliber. Check out my Twitter and Discord in the descriptions below, and I will catch you next week. Adios.